I'll share this. Bam. Mic check, mic check. Hello, everybody. Coach KP here, reporting to you through live, doing our league rundown. Check, check. Nobody on, nobody on. We live. We're going to give this a minute, see if anybody checks on here, and then we're going to get started on league rundown. If you're watching this, absolutely no gray in that beard. That is a beautiful beard. Still nobody watching. While dogs cry out into the night. All right. It's been about 5 minutes now. All right, everybody. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in. 5:15 right now on the time ticker. So if you just tuning in, fast forward to that. But here's what we got going on with League Rundown. We got a little controversy going on. We got someone who likes to change their team name all the time, intimidate people. I'd just like to say, from Coach KP's mouth right here, to let not only that coach, that professional coach, no, but also less the league that we're in here. And that's not condoned. That is not sportsmanlike conduct at all. Not one little bit. Using off field tactics to intimidate your opponent in our league, we're professionals here. We do what we got to do, and we also do this. Play in a professional football, fantasy football league to make ourselves feel good like we're real coaches. And we do that. We take our own time to do that. So it's an insult to insult our other people. But that's how that goes down. And John, you lost last week. You tried to intimidate, and then you lost. You can't be doing that. Can't be doing that at all. What is that? That's not nice. That's not good to your fellow teammates, other coaches. Can't be doing that. But you did it again this week, didn't you? Impeach the commissioner last week. Played Dude, Where's Lamar? He had that as his team name since the beginning of the year. Boom. That was it. That's how we know him. And then you change your team name from the shit emojis back then. And then now, no, not even now, then to you found Lamar. Yeah, your quarterback's Lamar. He did all right. He didn't get as many points as he should have got, though. But you still did a good job playing that game. Beat them. Beat the socks off of them. Still an intimidation tactic. So that ain't right. But now you're trying to use it on Coach KP. By insulting a different personality, that Coach KP, Commissioner Extraordinaire, totally different dude. He wears different color sunglasses. So, but you're playing Coach KP, but I see what you're doing. And you're going down big time this week. That's it. Bottom line. Not only does Stone Cold say so, Coach KP says so too. What you got to say about that? Nothing. Nobody can say nothing about that. Because Stone Cold. You can't say nothing about Stone Cold. Stone Cold you. And I'm on his side. So there we go. Got nothing to say about that. Here we go. League rundown. Coach KP here. First to last, last to first. No, just first to last. This week, first place, Brad's best team. Brad's best team. 5-1, 769 points. Pretty good. Pretty good, Brad's best team. Now, here's what's been going on with Brad's best team, though. Started out the season, he wasn't first place, but he got first place quick, fast, and in a hurry. By week 3, after our first reporting, Brad's best team was in first place. He held that title for 2 more weeks after that. It wasn't until he played Coach KP, the KP Fumblers, and we played our hearts out. We left everything on the field. No doubt about it. All our best players were in. We may have left 5, 6, maybe 7 points on the bench. Who's counting? Well, I'm counting. But I'm Coach KP. That's my job. That's what I do. So, what happened? He still beat us. We got nothing. We're not shamed. We're not shamed. He was the number 1 team, and he beat us that week. Here's the problem with that, and here's what Coach KP has a problem with, is he wasn't the number 1 team when he beat us. No, we was the number one team because week 6 he destroyed us. Week 5 he lost. He lost to dude low where's Lamar, and I'm 90% sure you have to look back on the app and see. I'm 90% sure dude where's Lamar was 12th that week. Lowest ranked team. Playing number 1 seed team. Dude where's Lamar? Boom. Beat him. Took him down. Brad's best team was no longer number 1 and got beat. And then next week, right after that's how KP Fumblers moved up to number 1. Brad's best team lost to the number 12 team. That dropped him down 4. He's like at 3, maybe 4. I think even they considered putting him at 6 halfway. Probably cross fantasy, Yahoo Fantasy Sports Football commissioner teams up that way. That probably crossed their mind. Should we put Brad's best team? They're thinking all these thousands of teams that play on there. Should we put Brad's best team at 6 or 4? Some dickhead was like, well, why don't we put him in 3? And they was like, fuck it, we got like millions of teams we got to look at to rank. So let's just move the fuck on. Put him at 3. Got it. So he was at 3, but he beat me. Boom. Now where's he at? Where's Brad's best team? Brad's best team's number 1. And that's what they're doing now. First place yet again. This team, you got to watch them. A good team. Very good team. But here they are again. Number 1 team. All right, number 2. Number 2, we got Jinkers Stinkers. 5-1, 767 points for the league this year so far. That's what they've accumulated throughout all 6 games. Week 4 was their best matchup. That was it. Week 4 was their best matchup, and they won that, and they held on to it. Held on to 2. They've been strong. Jinkers Stinkers, number 2. I mean, I can't say anything different. Like that's where they're at. They've been there. They've stayed there. They're going to stay there. They got good. He's strong coach here. This coach has been around in fantasy league for a while, and just knows his team. Ain't always in number 1, but you won't see him in last very seldom. Good coach there. He's a tough one to beat. He pays attention to what's going on. You got to watch that, especially whenever you're coaching against somebody like that. You got to watch. You tell that over the years. That's how you tell if this person's paying attention. Because what are they going to do? Are they keeping on losing? Yeah, maybe. All right, well, they ain't paying attention. They just are elite. No, not this guy. Paying attention. He's winning. Got to play him. You got to come on. You got to know what you're doing. Who to put in, who not to put in, how not to waste them points on the bench. Pay attention week to week. 2-3 points can make the difference in a league, in a 12-man league. Some games are that close to where they're just points away. And knowing your bench, know who to play, makes a difference. Bottom line. All right, number 3. Here we go. Moving right along. KP Fumblers. Boom, that's me. Coach KP right here. Hey, we've been enjoying the top 3 since early on in the season. What can I say? It's been great. It's been a great year. We've had some change-ups. Lineup change-ups from last year. People that we thought that we were going to pick up. People that we wanted on our team. And we didn't get them. We didn't get them because we didn't pick them. And why didn't we pick them? Well, because they weren't going to cut the mustard this year, and we knew that. How do we know that? Statistics. We've been looking at the statistics of these players and how they're ranking and what they're doing year over year. Are they going up? Are they going down? Who are they? So the people we had last year, getting a little long in the tooth, not being the best versions of themselves, not being number one athletes, not, that's you just can't not when you're in a game. You gotta be and you gotta do. You can't just not. No, you ain't gonna play. You ain't gonna get no points that way. You ain't gonna get no money that way. Statistics show us who is and who's not, and that's it. That's what we look for. So that's what we've been doing. Week 5, we was number 1. That was great. Week 6, knocked out by a team that got knocked out by the lowest ranked team. That's what happened. Boom. Done. All right, move on. Here we go. And position number 4, who we got? Yeah, this is the controversy. This is impeach the commissioner. You probably may have known him in the past as you found Lamar, or triple shit emoji, like 3 shits, boom, 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 like no words, just that. I'm just saying the other part just so people can visualize it in their head when they don't look at it. Yeah, that's him. That's John Clan. That's him. The team of 1,000 names. Win 4, lost 2. Good record. And that just happened this past week. That minus 788 points. That's a lot. That's a lot of points. It's more than the second place, and more than first. That's a lot of points. You got to look at that. And you just got to think, why did he lose those games if he's got more points? Then you go click on that. You go click on, the team of 1,000 names, and you look at him. You say, well, what's John thinking here? Well, boom, he's getting more points, but he's not winning the right games because something happened there. What happened? Injury. Didn't play the right player. Left points on the bench. So it's just mismanagement there when you see that right there. Now he changed some stuff up. He's going to start getting up here number 1. Number 1's where you want to be at the end of the season. Why? Because the season starts at the end of the season. Right? That's what happens. If you're number 1, you're going to go up against the worst number 6 team in your league in the playoffs. And so you're going to have the easiest end of the year if you have the best first of the year. So getting to that number 1 position is going to be key. But when you see a team that's got a high points, higher than the number 1 team, but less wins, that's one thing you look at. And you say, either A, it was mismanagement, or B, a tough break. You can get injury in the middle of the game. You got to look back on that team. What happened? How did they get to that point? Now, that does 2 things. First off, it shows you how to beat that team. And then second, it also shows you what to think about in the future. Do you take a chance and sub somebody in if you see that they were having a red game and they just, boom, lost a good player? Is it better to maybe grab those 4 more points on the bench because of that? We've been talking about that. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. You got to make that decision. That's game time right there. That's game time. That's fantasy at its finest. I'll tell you that right now. Fantasy at its finest. That's when you're playing the game. That's when you're playing your opponents. That's when you're knowing. And it does help if you know, because you're like, man, I just want to beat John just because I just want to make sure if I can lose every other game, but I'm gonna beat him. That's what you say to yourself sometimes, and you think about that. And you win some, you lose some. Others get rained out. Can't worry about that. All right, where we at? Number 3, KP fumbles. Number 4, that was impeach the commissioner. We ain't even gonna talk about that. No more. He, what he did to do. Where's Lamar? He ate it. He ate that, cause it was like 2 points. It was like 2 points he could have won by. Had him on his bench. Could have won. Changed his name. That's what you get, John. You're going to get it again this week, too. You're going to get it again this week, too. You know what you did. You're going down. Excuse me. I got to get a drink here. Where are we at? Number 5, Luck Smashers. Oh my gosh, Luck Smashers. Luck Smashers. Week 4 lost. Week 5 won. Week 4 they had. Who is that? I think they had Suicide Squad that week. Week 4. Lost to Suicide Squad. Week 5. Nope, they didn't have Suicide Squad because week 5 they had Suicide Squad. Beat Suicide Squad in week 5. Week 6 lost to the Pigskinners. This is a tough one. That's a tough one right there. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, that's a tough one. Because they're just churning hard. That team's just churning hard. They need to get healthy. That's what they need to do. Number 6, O-Dogs. 3 wins, 3 losses, 743 points. Hot or cold? No QB. Yeah, that's a tough one. Dude, where's Lamar? 3 wins, 3 losses, 642 points. This one here. This one's started from the bottom. Now we're here, right here, because just gone up in the past few weeks, and then beating Brad's best team was a big deal. Brought him way up, and has just been keeping on going since then. That's a good one. Lucky A's. This is the total opposite. Started from the top. Now we're here. That's what they've done here, and this would be number 1. Got all the players, got everything needs, but the players aren't performing. The players aren't producing. The players are getting hurt. Oh man, this Lucky A's got an A+ rating on the draft picks, and did a phenomenal job. Dropped off hard, and because they're not playing, because they're not getting points, because they're not producing, because they're getting hurt, because they're going on bye weeks. His players aren't playing. You get a coach that picked a great team, and then the team decides not to play. That you can't be having that. That's like the longshoremen going on strike, trying to put our fellow league mate John Clan trying to keep him from working now. Luckily, everything looked like it turned out all right. But you can't be doing that. Can't be shutting shit down like that. Way it goes. All right, where we at? O-Dogs. 3-3, 743 points. Nope, not happening. Doodlers from Lamar. We was just talking about that. Oh, we was at Lucky A's. Good deal. Lucky A's. Boom, got that done. Two-side squad. 2 wins, 4 losses, 704 points. 9th place. Draft by. Gotta cut your losses. Yeah, make some trades or hit the waiver wire. This is a tough one. That's a tough one. Just bottom of the pack here. Just starting the bottom of the pack and got to do something different there. But I think plays pretty well throughout the games. Last 4 games looks all right. Just got to get some points. Got to get some points there. Got to make some trades. Got to do something. That team's not cutting the mustard. Not cutting the mustard at all. Check into that. 10, Martin Pigskinners. 2 wins, 4 losses, 694 points. Woo! This is, I think this is the QB options. Too many QB options here. You've got to get your mind, you've got to get solid on that position. You got to get solid on QB. Because you have to have something solid on your team. Or if you're not going to, well, there you go again, there you go again too. Is if you're not going to be solid on QB, what are you going to be solid on? Because what you're solid on is not working. It's on sand. Wide receivers are sand. Running backs are sand. They produce or they don't produce. They have a lot to do with the opposing team and how many touches they're going to be getting, because the opposing team has a lot to do with this, with those positions. Okay, so your running backs. Here's what a running back does: down set hut. Quarterback gets the ball, looks around real quick, says, "I ain't got nobody to throw to. Let me give it to this dude so I don't get tackled." That's what a running back's for. Okay, he's the last freaking option. Or he's the option to move the ball to the position to get it to someone else. That's what a running back's for. A running back's to say, oh, we're over here on the right side of the field, but we need to be on the left side of the field so we can run it a freaking long screen pass down to our wide receiver if we had more room on this right side where he's better at catching. Because he can catch off his left side. He can't catch for shit off his right side. So we need to be on the opposite side of the field so we can throw to him. And our quarterback throws from the right side, so we need more room on the right side. So if your wide receiver's over there on the right side, and you're whatever you are, I don't know, 3rd and 2, blah, 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 whatever, you need room. You got to get to there. Boom. So you got to think about that stuff. So that's the thing. Wide receivers and running backs are like running on quicksand. You got to have something solid. What's solid? What's solid is down set hut. Where's the ball go? Ball goes to quarterback. So who's going to get the most points? Quarterback has the opportunity to get the most points. And then we're splitting that down. You can say it's 50-50. It ain't 50-50 because the wide receivers get the first look, so it ain't 50-50. So it might be 60-40, might be 60-40 between running backs and wide receivers, but it's 100% that the first person who's going to touch the ball is quarterback. So that's where you got to get solid. You got to get solid at that quarterback position so that you can then move your focus to that running back, running back, and that wide receiver, and then boom, now you can start managing those two positions. The next hard position is that tight end. Why is that tight end? Because you only got one of them, and there's only so many of them that are halfway decent out there. And the same thing comes along. When do you use tight end? You use the tight end in clinch moments. You use the tight end when you need a tight end. Otherwise, you don't use tight end. You use it for fourth down. You use it for red zone. This is when you use tight end. You throwing a pass in the red zone, who you throwing to? You're throwing to tight end. Why? Because tight end is 6'4", and he's a monster. That's why. Because he's big, and he can take a hit and catch a ball. Because he's big. Because the people that he's going up against on the outside, they little dudes. Defensive backs are little dudes. They're not very big. When they're trying to tackle 6'4", freaking 280-pound man, that's a lot. Can't do that. Boom. That's why that next position that's so hard is that tight end. And you got to pick a good one. And once you pick a good one, you stick with them. And then on your bye week, you either say, I'm going to lose these points, or maybe you dump one of them extra wide receivers you got that's on the low end that no one's going to pick him up. No one ain't going to pick him up because no one even knows him. I don't even know him. I don't know him because he's on my team and he don't even make me any points. That's why I don't know him. No one even cares about him. You start putting 20 points in the game there, dude, then I ain't going to trade you on the waiver wire and hope I don't lose you. I don't even know your name. You ain't making it nowhere. That's why you're on my bench. You're not even on the real bench. You just on the fake fantasy bench. You don't even know. But you got to take chances on dumping somebody, and hopefully if they were good enough or you don't really care, you pick them back up later because no one knows them anyways. Where we at? All right, I think that was Martin Pig Skinners. Now we on to Jesse's Besties. Jesse's Besties, 2 wins, 4 losses, 671 points. Where are we at here? Week 4 win, week 5 loss, week 6 loss. Yeah. No. This one here, no bench. Ain't got no bench. Can't win a game with no bench. This is why you don't got no chance. We're getting into bye weeks now. You're going to have some people missing out, and your bench is not producing anything. Every one of your good players is in the game. Can't be doing that. Got to find either some trade. Hell, trade with Martin Pig Skinners. 2-side squad. They need some help. Lucky A just needs to get healthy. But yeah, no, that's what I would do right here. I think I said this last time too. I said I think I encouraged some trading, and now we're still in the same position, trying to fight the same battle with the same non-producing people. Gotta get something going here. Hit the waiver wire, get some change-ups, get that bench going. All right, number 11. Number 11, Shamus Green match. What the heck? Shamus Green match 1-5. 1 win, 5 losses. I do mean to laugh. That is freaking horrible. Because Shamus Green match, he's been doing this for almost 8 years now. And that's that is pitiful, Shama. That is god dang pitiful. Hold on here. We got a fan chiming in here. Oh, look who it is. It's Benjamin Martin from the Martin Pig Skinners. Is this Commissioner KP or Coach KP? This is Coach KP. Commissioner's got blue glasses. We don't see him much. He does his own thing. Great man, though. Great man. Couldn't get it any better. Just couldn't make it tonight. And this Coach KP Live. Give him the rundown. Coach Ben, good to have you on. Bring on the trades. Bring on the trades. I agree. Can I click on that? Bring on the trades. I don't know what that did. I hit homers on changeup. Yeah. 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 I do like, I mean, the freaking 3 quarterbacks is crazy. And that is hard. That is hard. Your wide receivers and your running backs have really got to produce though. But yeah, it's good. It's a different strategy. It's no one else is using it, Ben. You're the only one using the 3 quarterback strategy. Everybody else is just leaving them on the waiver wire and going to pick them up just on that bye week and then drop them back. That's what it's looking like. Let's look at Shama real quick. Shama, last place. I ain't gonna laugh, Shama. I ain't gonna laugh. 1-5. 1 win, 5 losses. 659 points. Week 4 loss to the number 1 team, to Brad. Week 5. I don't know what that arrow is. It looks like did something in week 5 to, I don't know who beat you. And then week 6, lost to number 8. Oh, you lost to number 5 in week 5. And then lost to number 8. Just 3 losses right in a row. You can't win with losses. That's just bottom line. There's no way to win with a loss. If you lost, you can't win. It's what it means to lose. Yeah. Yeah. I will say this though. Shama is a good coach. He's always in the top 6 at least throughout the season. But his players this year just suck. Shama, your players just are horrible. Yeah. Yeah. See, Ben, you need to trade with Martin Pigskinners. Cause yeah, I don't know about that. I'm gonna look at your team. I'm gonna look at your team and see if I don't need any of them losers. God dang. That team, you got to trade somebody, though, because that team is rough. They are just not producing. That's a rough one. Hey, you're in luck, Shama. Ben's going to trade you a quarterback. Hey, Ben's got some good quarterbacks. Ben's got 3 good quarterbacks. He's got 3 good quarterbacks, and he's been trading them out. And you missed, I think was it week 2 or 3? Week 2 or 3, you missed a big one with them quarterbacks. And that's what I said last time. I said, got a lot of quarterbacks. Boom. Still trading quarterbacks. Quarterback king. Martin Pigskinner's the quarterback king. And that's what he's doing. Yeah. Well, that's about it. We got Brad number 1, Jinker Stinkers 2, KP Fumblers 3, Impeach the Commissioner 4, Luck Smashers 5, O-Dog 6, Dude Where's Lamar 7, Lucky A's 8th, Suicide Squad 9th. Martin Pigskinner's 10th. Jesse's Besties 11th. And Shama's Green Match 12th. And that's going to be about it. So, all right. Coach KP, we out. Ben, keep it going. Thanks for tuning in, brother. All right, everybody else, y'all rewatch that stuff later. And like the first 5 minutes of it, you don't need to watch. Because it's just me waiting on people to tune in. And then y'all didn't. But Ben did. Rest of y'all got to rewatch. Y'all didn't get to comment. Y'all weren't part of the party. All right. KP out. Boom.